Good evening, everyone. It being Tuesday, July 2nd, 2024, we're going to start the Braintree Town Council meeting. Could you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can you please remain standing and join me in a moment of silence for our men and women in uniform? Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Could we please have the roll call?
Councilor Barrica?
Here.
Councilor Flaherty will not be attending this evening. Councilor Hume will not be attending this evening. Councilor Maglio? Here. Councilor Moran?
Here.
Councilor Quilty?
Here.
Councilor Reynolds?
Here. Nope.
Councilor Ringus?
Jumping the
Here.
gun.
Councilor Ryan?
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any announcements from the councilors? Councilor Moran?
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. On June 20th, Governor Healy signed an act to prevent abuse and exploitation. This was sponsored by Senator Keating at the urging of Kevin and Corrine Berner. This legislation seeks to prevent abuse and exploitation and strengthens protections for survivors and enhances education for young people about the dangers of sharing explicit images. Berner family experienced the pain caused by coercive and non-consensual distribution of illicit images. Rather than turn inward as a result of their experience, they work to make improvements in Massachusetts law that will protect children and create diversion programs to educate children who make poor decisions in this area. I want to congratulate the Berners and Senator Keenan for their efforts to make kids safer in Massachusetts. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilor Barrica?
Thank you very much, President Ryan. I just wanted to say thank you again to Troop 138, who carried the town council banner at last Saturday's Braintree Day Parade, and also to our DPW, police, and fire, and of course all the residents who came out and just had a fantastic afternoon for Braintree Day this year. So thank you.
Thank you. Any other councilors? I just want to say that the Braintree Day and the parade we had last Saturday was wonderful. I marched in the parade with Councilor Moran, Councilor Barrica, Councilor Flaherty, and Councilor Ringus, and we gave out candy like there was no tomorrow, and it's just so much fun, seeing all the young people along the parade route, and I just want to congratulate the Braintree 4th Committee for another wonderful Braintree Day with the parade and with all the festivities at the high school and the fireworks, and the Braintree 4th of July celebration is second to none. So well done again, and congratulations to everyone for all the hard work. Thank you. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes for June 18th. Do we have a motion?
So moved, Mr. President.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous. Okay, so for old business, we have 24033, the mayor FY24 supplemental appropriation number 3, or take up any action related thereto. This requires a public hearing. Do we have a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved, Mr. President.
Second.
We need a roll call to open the public hearing, or a straight vote?
No, just straight vote.
Sorry about that. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. The public hearing is now open. I'm going to refer it to Councilor Barrica, Chairwoman of the Ways and Means, for the recommendation.
Thank you, President Ryan. The Committee on Ways and Means met earlier this evening, and we're sending this to the full council with a unanimous favorable recommendation.
Thank you. Is there anyone here from the mayor's staff that would like to speak on this matter? Good evening.
Good evening. Mike Gesman, Finance Director. This is the third and final fiscal 24 supplemental appropriation motions that we'll be bringing. There are 7 items here, just very quickly to summarize. All of them are essentially required for us to close out the fiscal year. They range in size from as small as $5 to $120,000 to transfer funding between departmental accounts. And in all cases, we have endeavored, in this supplemental appropriation motion package, as well as the previous, to limit the amount of free cash or other unbudgeted resources. And in this case, I can say affirmatively that we have succeeded in identifying resources that are available in surplus accounts to pay for these additional transfers that are required to close out the year. As I presented at the Ways and Means Committee, these are all required to do that. We are now in the process of closing fiscal '24. It was a challenging year, but hopefully this will be the final step, and then moving to just closing activities and financial reporting and audit. So I'd be happy to answer any questions for the members.
Okay, thank you. Is there any questions or comments from the council? Councilor Baraka?
Thank you, President Ryan. Just to reiterate what the Director of Finance said when we met upstairs earlier tonight, and to clarify for residents who might be watching from home. So this is not a request for any new money. This is really an administrative action that the council has to take to transfer funds between departments and sometimes between line items within one department that weren't already used for their original purpose. So again, we're not asking for new funding, or the mayor's office is not asking for new funding, but rather they do need council approval to move the funding around. Thank you, President Ryan.
Thank you. Any other council like to have any questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, is there anyone from the general public that would like to speak on Order 24033? Okay, hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved, Mr. President.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. Could we have the motions on Order 24033?
Thank you, Mr. President. Under number 1, Treasurer Collectors Department, I would move that the sum of $9,360 be transferred from the FY23 HR salary reserve, that a sum of $5,100 be transferred from Finance Administration Consultants, that the sum of $9,000 be transferred from Finance Information Technology Consultants, that the sum of $13,900 be transferred from Human Resources Veterans Benefits, and the sum of $2,500 be transferred from Finance Information Technology website, for a total of $39,860 to be transferred to Finance Treasurer Collector Department Head.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. Councilor Ringus?
2, under Human Resources Department, that the sum of $10,000 be transferred from Human Resources Veterans Benefits to the Human Resources Administration Administrative Clerical account.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. Councilor Ringus?
Under Legal Department, that the sum of $114,938 be transferred from Finance Administration 9C Salary Reserve, and the sum of $5,062 be transferred from FY23 HR Salary Reserve, for a total of $120,000 to be transferred to Legal Administration Legal Services.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous. Councilor Ringus?
4, under Insurance Premiums, the sum of $5,000 be transferred from Finance Administration website to Finance Insurance Deductible.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous. Councilor Ringus?
5, Interest on Principal, the sum of $5 be transferred from Finance Administration 9C Salary Reserve to the Finance Interest on Debt Interest account.
Second.
Any questions on the $5 from anyone? Okay. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. Councilor Ringus?
6, Fire Department, that the sum of $1,400 be transferred from Fire Department Administration Photocopy Rental, that the sum of $5,000 be transferred from Fire Department Building Maintenance Lighting, that the sum of $40,000 be transferred from Fire Department Equipment, Tires, Tube, that the sum of $600 be transferred from fire department fire alarm repairs, that the sum of $700 be transferred from fire department hazardous materials educational, that the sum of $900 be transferred from fire department fire prevention educational, that the sum of $5,000 be transferred from fire department fire boat overtime, that the sum of $5,500 be transferred from fire department fire boat maintenance, that the sum of $3,000 be transferred from fire department fire boat fuel, that the sum of $16,391 be transferred from human resources veterans benefits, that the sum of $24,500 be transferred from human resources employee benefits workers comp public safety, that the sum of $31,509 be transferred from the Department of Public Works Braintree Weymouth Recreational Assessment for a total of $134,500, from which the sum of $128,500 shall be transferred to Fire Department Fire Suppression Uniform Branch, and the sum of $6,000 shall be transferred to Fire Department Fire Training Uniform Branch.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. Counsel Ringus?
And 7, under Highway Department, that the sum of $30,000 be transferred from the Department of Public Works Facilities Labor Custodians Mechanics, and the sum of $30,000 be transferred from the Department of Public Works School Custodians Labor Custodians Mechanics for a sum of $60,000, which will be transferred to the Department of Public Works Highway Leaf Mulching Services.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. For new business, do we have a motion to move all measures under new business to the respective committees?
So moved, Mr. President.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. Okay, so that was a quick one. We just finished all of the items we have before us for tonight. I'd like to remind everyone that the next council meeting will be Tuesday, August 6th at 7:30 p.m. Before we adjourn, I'd like to thank BCAM and Bill Needham and for all the great work that he does for us. And with that, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved, Mr. President.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous. We're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.